The release of the Q1 funds for this financial year comes at a time of increased inflation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic effects on economies. This has prompted the Finance Ministry to derive expenditure limits based on available resources.
No recruitment should be done without clearance from Minister of Public Service after ascertaining availability of adequate wage from this ministry. Accounting officers are required to ensure that every promotion and redeployment of staff made to a different cost center is backed up by adequate wage provision.
Wages for public servants have been appropriated 1,695.8 billion shillings as opposed to the projected 1,595 billion. Non-wages 1,829.2 billion shillings as opposed to the projected 3,429.2 billion shillings. Development 596.738 billion as opposed to 2,380.4 billion shillings, while arrears to government suppliers 661.947 billion as earlier projected.
Accounting officers must prioritize payment of service providers on time and clearance of domestic arrears to avoid further accumulation of arrears and penalties. As you've heard, I've provided all of the money for arrears, despite the tight situation in which we have to operate. I'm mindful of the need to support those small businesses which supply government to get their money on time.
However, civil society is concerned that despite the plans to utilize the parish development model to improve livelihoods, there still exists glaring gaps in local government administration that could hinder its success.
Less than that, please do not send money for the parish development model. The second item, PSST, is limited adherence to public finance management rules and regulations. We are cognizant of your letter dated 7th July, where you suspended accounting officers at the local government level. A move we fully support and appreciate. But PSST, we know this is just not about submitting budgets. We know it is also about submitting progress reports on a quarterly basis. We know that even the financial year is ending. We know a number of them are likely even not to submit their financials for the end of the year. We think it's high time that more whip is done for errant accounting officers who do not follow these public finance management regulations, especially even on arrears. As you try to clear them, more accounting officers are creating them.
Government also updated the media on the economic status, addressing various challenges being faced by the public and private sector. What is clear about this Q1 expenditure releases brief and the state of the economy address is that government is fully aware of the prevailing inflation and the impact it has on livelihoods. What is left now is to see how effective the implementation of the suggested measures will be. Reporting for UBC News, Wadulo Mark Arnold in Kampala.